Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. The topic that we will discuss today it is the commercial preparation of the sodium by downcell. So here we are having the production of the sodium metal. So the main focus that we have it is on its preparation method and what is the cell we are going to use. The name of this cell is downcell, and in Downs process the sodium is obtained by the electrolysis of the molten sodium chloride. So here we are going to produce the sodium metal by the use of the sodium chloride, and this process is mainly known as the electrolysis process. And in electrolysis process what we have to do, so in the electrolysis process we just need the two type of electrodes. The one electrode will be cathode and the other will be anode, and these two electrodes will work as at one there will be the process of oxidation, and on the other hand on the second electrode there will be the process of reduction. So when we are doing the preparation of the sodium metal by the down cells, as we know, the melting point of the sodium chloride it is almost 801 degrees Celsius. That is very difficult to handle out. For so to reduce the melting point of sodium chloride, we just add the some quantity of calcium chloride in it, and its melting point just reduces up to 600 degrees Celsius. So we just allow it to work at this temperature. Now let's have a look that what is the main process in the down cell. Before the discovery of the down cell, there was the second process which was the Kastner process. It just replaced by a scientist in 1926, and it was replaced by the downcells process. This process is basically in which we use the molten sodium chloride. So we have to take the sodium chloride in the molten state, and then we add some calcium chloride mixture to reduce its melting point, and then it is electrolyzed. So the process of electrolysis takes place, and we gain the two type of products. The number one that is the requirement it is the sodium metal, and the second one is the chlorine gas that we gain along with this. So here the two products we gain sodium and chlorine, and the reactant we have it is the sodium chloride, and we just have to do its electrolysis. So let's have a look on the working of the cell. Basically this is the simple sketch of the down cell. In this cell, the one part is working as a anode. So you can see that this part is basically anode that is having positive charge, and here we take the graphite as a anode. So it will work as anode and it is having positively charged. On the other hand, the other part is cathode. Here is the circular bar of copper that is working as the cathode in this cell. That cell is known as down cell. So what process is going to be takes place as we just add the molten sodium chloride in it, the process just started. The ions will move towards their respective ions or towards their respective parts like graphite anode and the copper cathode. And below there we have the iron screen and the upper dome for the collection of the chlorine gas. As we just added the sodium chloride ions, the sodium just changes into the positive ions and the chlorine is present in the negative ions. As the sodium will move towards the cathode, it gains the electron and undergoes the process of reduction, and we just gain the sodium in the molten state or in the liquid state. On the other hand, the chlorine gas, we just gain the chlorine gas from the outlet of the top, and here we have just applied the voltage source to anode as well as towards the cathode, and we have just here this iron screen to prevent the intermixing of the ions that have been created as chloride and sodium ions. So this is a simple process for this production of the sodium metal. Next, we have the reactions in the down cells. Basically, the reactions in the down cells are of two types. The one is oxidation, and the other we have it is the reduction. So the cathode half cell, it works as a reduction, and when there is a reduction, the simple sodium positive ion, it just gains the electron and undergoes the process of reduction and changes into the sodium metal. And second, we have anode half cell, which is having positive charge. Here the process of oxidation will takes place, and the chloride ions just combine and they changes into the chlorine gas by losing the two electrons. So here the chlorine has lose the two electrons, so this process is known as oxidation, and the sodium has just gained the electron and changes into the sodium metal. So this process is basically known as reduction. And overall the reaction that is taking place in the down cell, here we have sodium and plus chlorine, as when they are in molten state they will be changes into their ions and they move towards their respective electrodes, and then the process of oxidation and reduction takes place and we just collect over the sodium metal in the molten state. So the sodium metal that we have gained over there, it is almost 99.9% pure. So 99.9% pure sodium metal will be collected in this down cell. Now, what is the main benefit of the down cell? What is the advantage of the down cells? So, main advantage of the down cell is this: it produces the liquid sodium that can be collected very easily. On the other hand, the material of the cell does not attacked by the products, or it is resistive towards the products. On the other hand, there is no metallic fog produced. Metallic fog means the metals do not form the foggy like material in the cell. So this process is very safe, and in this we just gain the pure sodium metal at the temperature which is 600 degrees Celsius. I hope you guys understand about the topic, and if you have any queries you may ask me about that in the comment section and I will get back to you guys soon. The next topic that we will discuss, it is the commercial preparation of the sodium hydroxide, and we will use here the diaphragm cell, or it is also known as the Nelson cell. For that time you guys keep learning and have a good day.